Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. The West Coast is in the building. Daboii is in the building. My guy.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the show, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you for having me.
Man, this is very exciting.
Yeah, it is.
I've been listening to you for quite a number of years now. You know,
For
obviously
real.
during the group days and, you know, the Kendrick album for Black Panther and
Yeah,
then
for sure.
obviously leading up into your solo stuff. So this is pretty dope having you here. Plus, you about to do a crazy freestyle today with some beats that I don't think a lot of people would expect.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to fuck
on the show.
around, you feel me? I'm going to fuck around, give him some free game and whatnot, you know.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. What about yourself?
I'm great, man. I'm great. So, you in New York right now? Did you just land today?
Yeah, but landed like around 3.
PM?
Yeah, like around 3 something, huh? Yeah, like around
3 p.m. Well, I appreciate you coming from the flight, coming directly to see me. I
It's
see. I
all
know you got the
good.
Yeezys on too. Those are the I'm flying Yeezys.
Oh, yeah, these them comfortable things, man. I go to sleep in these.
Well, we got the album out now.
Yes, sir.
Just dropped not a couple months ago, right? Not long ago.
Nah, it dropped probably like 3-4 days ago for real.
Oh, it was just this past week.
Yep, Thursday night.
Well, I gotta say, bro, the album is great.
Appreciate
Right?
you.
The Cole Bennett song.
I appreciate you.
I
man.
love that shit.
Appreciate you. I got a video to that too.
Is that out yet or not?
It's not out.
But it's coming.
Yeah, it's the next one.
That's the next video that's gonna be dropping. So if you
Yes,
see this
sir.
and the Cole Bennett video is out, go watch that.
Appreciate you.
So I guess like the first thing I want to know is, right, since you become, you know, a solo artist, an independent artist and whatnot, what has been like the biggest lesson that you've learned since being on your own and taking the solo road with your music?
The biggest lesson I learned is you really it's as simple as you just gotta take this shit serious. You just gotta be consistent. Like,
Right.
ain't no shortcuts with that shit for real. You just gotta be consistent. Whatever you want, you just gotta, you feel me? Work towards that shit every day. Make sure you getting better at whatever you doing. That's with anything in life. You just gotta be consistent.
Transition into being obviously the solo artist and dropping solo projects, was it kind of like, not was it tough, but was there an adjustment period for you to kind of just doing shit and putting out solo records on your own in that sense? Like, did you kind of have like you mentioned consistency. Did you ever feel like that you had like a issue with being either consistent or just kind of being
Yeah.
on that solo track?
You talking about like from back in the day, did I have an issue with consistency?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Cause I ain't really take this rap shit serious back in the day. Like, I was really playing it lazy. Like, it was so many of us for real. Like, so I wasn't in the studio a lot working on my own shit. So I was working on my niggas' time for real. So you feel me? When they was ready to work, you feel me? I was there.
Right.
Other than that, I wasn't taking my own time at the studio, you feel me, working, perfecting my own craft for real. Like, I just started taking this shit serious, like, probably, like, last year for real, like, the beginning of last year. I ain't gonna lie, like, I always used to try to be consistent, but I never really had my heart in it. Like, last year or, like, late 2020, my heart started getting in that shit for real, and I just been consistent ever since. If I'm not dropping nothing and it don't look like I'm being consistent, I'm in the studio and I'm working. I'm piling up on shit. Like, I'm working. I'm being consistent for sure. But I still feel like I'm not consistent enough. I still feel like it's a lot of work to be done for real.
You said at the end of 2020, early 2021, what was that you felt like your heart was fully in it at that point? What was the thing that, I guess, or what was like the moment that made you like want to be fully in it and be fully committed? Like, what changed?
What was I gonna say? I started going to the studio and I wasn't really, like, it'd be times I wasn't really feeling it. Like, I go in that bitch and I just be in there and won't record nothing and I just go home. But I used to always write though. But I used to hate writing. That's what really made me hate going to the studio, because I used to hate writing. That shit make a nigga feel like doing homework, trying to structure out a song and shit. I used to hate that shit. So that's why I used to hate going to the studio. And then one day, I was in the studio, I couldn't write a bar. And I just walked in the studio and I told my engineer, I was like, I'm finna just go in. And he looked at me, he's like, for real? And he started laughing. I was like, yep, fuck it. This shit, I was like, this shit don't come out right. Shit, we could delete it and I just write that shit later. He's like, yep, it's good. Man, I got up in the studio and I freestyled the whole song. I freestyled it quicker than I wrote, and that shit came out better than a lot of my written shit.
Mm-hmm.
They looking at me like, this your bag, you gotta keep doing this. And I've been doing that shit ever since. Like, it feel more natural when I freestyle. Like, I just go in. If I like a beat, I just go in and just do whatever. Like, I don't think, like, I use the studio as my thinking space. Like, I don't start thinking until I plug in, I'm on that mic. Like, and that shit be coming way faster or way more natural, authentic. So that's what made me realize my heart really in this shit. Like, I ain't gotta write. Like, this shit really on my sleeve. So ever since then, I just been having fun with this shit.
So you've been mostly freestyling a lot of these records too.
Yeah, everyone.
That's impressive.
Appreciate
Not
you.
a lot of people can do that.
They stay consistent, for sure.
You think that people who aren't usually freestyle rappers could eventually get to that point?
Hell yeah, cause I remember not being able to freestyle, and I used to pay attention to niggas that freestyle, and I'd be like, damn, he a boy, like, and he making bangers doing that shit too. Like, I used to look at that shit like, damn, I wish I could get to that point. And then one day that shit was just in me. But I wrote so much to get to that point. I've been writing for years.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. For motherfucker consistent, they could get to that point for sure. Like, my niggas, they don't even rap. Like, I taught them how to freestyle. And they do that shit. They do that more than they right now. And they not consistent at all. Like, it's really a technique. Like, you stick to your technique, you could do that shit. But sometimes you gotta be comfortable getting out your comfort zone for real.
Facts. Well, I love this project, and now that I know that's all freestyles, it makes it that much better.
Appreciate you.
And you know something, when I had Black here, not too long ago, we spoke about this, and obviously he's on your project too. Drakeo was on the project, right? First of all, long live the ruler, first and foremost. I want to ask, how are you doing with that since we lost him, and kind of, because obviously y'all were homies and shit like that. How have you been?
Man, when I first heard that shit, I was sick. I was like, damn. Long live the ruler. I mean, shit. I ain't gonna lie. He made so much music though. That shit gonna live forever.
He did make mad music. I ain't gonna lie.
So it's like he's still here for real. That shit gonna live forever. Like, he started a whole trend, a whole wave. Like, he godly. He's still here.
He's still here, especially with this project, of course, too. He's living through this record.
And I know he got hella more unreleased shit that, you feel me, ain't been unreleased yet. You feel me? Or ain't been released yet. I know that shit gonna live forever.
When did y'all make this record that was on the project?
You probably made that like probably like in August or something for real last year. Probably like July, August last year. I mean, I had that shit for a minute for real. I got another one with for real. I heard a couple of shit with Drakeo. He had hella shit. That's all he did. He recorded down there every day.
That's what Black told me too.
He got hella shit. When I seen him do that shit was motivating me. I was like, damn, nigga recording every day. Like, I wasn't doing that. Like, I'm the type of nigga, I probably get in once a week was a lot for me. I had to start stepping my egg game up. I started seeing what the real superstars do to stay relevant. And I just started taking what they do and just putting that shit on my craft. And that shit, I've been feeling better ever since.
He was on that level of consistency that you speak about.
He was too consistent. He was consistent as fuck. I still can't be that consistent to this day. That nigga was making hella songs in one day. But he when I was around him, I was around him like when he first got out. That nigga he had a whole big ass notepad full of raps. So he'll just listen to a beat and just put that shit up on the beat if that shit makes sense. Like if he could get his flow right and shit. So he had hella shit. I know he got hella shit like that. Took me out of stack. Like then they're bigger than this for. I know all that.
When he came out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I know all them raps is not out yet. Yeah, big ass stack.
Probably got like 10 albums plus just in the tuck. Maybe more.
For sure.
Maybe more. Well, long live the ruler.
Yeah,
first and foremost, long live the ruler. So the album is obviously called Can't Tame Us, right? The album cover has you kind of pulling off another face. What is that? What does this signify for you?
It signified like I felt like when I had an afro, niggas couldn't tame me. Like that was back then when I first started rapping, I felt like niggas couldn't fuck with me back then. And I feel like now, like the new and fresher D-boy, like you feel me? I still feel like niggas can't tame me. And I feel like niggas really can't tame me harder. When I was a young nigga and I had to throw, that's when I was still finding myself. Like I still ain't even catch my wave yet, cause I ain't even like I'm still working and I get better and better every time in the studio. So I know I know a lot of motherfuckers that be listening to me, like it still be unexpected. They be like, damn, that shit slap. He just did that. But they don't be knowing like every project I put out after something, it's just gonna get better and better and better. And I know they not gonna be expecting that because it's coming from me, but I know it's gonna get better and better.
And that's what Can't Tame Us means.
Yeah, that's what Can't Tame Us mean for niggas couldn't fuck with me back then. They can't fuck with me now.
Right.
I mean that in the humblest way.
I saw I think it was yesterday when we were recording this, you posted on your story that shit don't be genuine and people use you.
Hell yeah.
Do you feel that way about like the industry, or like what type of situation were
It's
you
what
kind of like
life.
referring
It's
to?
what any situation, life. It's what life. Period. Shit don't really be genuine, especially like if you a breadwinner or you some type of champion in a way, or like you feel me, you got this or you got that, or people look at you a certain type of way. They'll use you for what you got and try to, as soon as it whatever rub off on them a little way, you feel me, that it's like they don't need you no more. And then you could be down one day and then they wouldn't be there for you like how
Oh, you
was there for them, you feel me?
Yeah.
But that it's that shit really deep though. I could really write a whole book on that shit, but I ain't gonna get that deep. But you know how that shit is, that life shit is just crazy. I just be looking at that shit through my third eye for real.
Your third eye.
Yeah.
Right here.
Hell yeah. You looking through everybody.
Do you feel like you see through people?
Yeah, not like on some like real visual shit, but like I could tell something genuine or not, and I could tell somebody really wants something, and I could tell somebody hanging with me just for like, you feel me? I know who here for what for.
Who here for the right reasons, not the wrong reasons type shit.
Yeah, you could tell me what you here for, but I see something else. I really know what you here for type shit.
Word. I definitely feel that way. I feel like, yeah, once you reach that certain level and as you keep going up as a solo artist too, you're going to keep dealing with that. I mean, you've already had like the fame, you've already dealt with some of that as is, but it only is going to get kind of like bigger and bigger now from this point on too.
Yeah, for sure.
From this point on. What else are you kind of working on right now? What else is kind of cooking up?
I got another album I'm working on right now. I don't got the name of it, but really, I'm really just getting started for real. Like, I got some shit in the tuck, but I like to make a numerous amount of songs and like pick out the best songs before I put out something. Like, I don't want to just. Before I used to just make like, oh, that's 10, 15 songs, put it out. Oh, yep, that's another 10, 15, put it out. Like, I don't rock like that no more. Like, I make a numerous and I pick out the best ones.
Right.
So I'ma just keep working, make a numerous amount of songs and put out the best ones. Like I had 10 to 12. I had 10 to 12, some features and shit. But yeah, I ain't got the name of that bitch yet.
Do you feel like it's hard for West Coast artists to sometimes break over here on the East Coast? Because I mean, I love y'all music, but I'm interested to hear your take on that.
I mean, I can only speak for myself. I know I don't think I'm popping on the East Coast for real. I mean, shit. I remember when we used to perform in New York, like, even if we got like a crowd, like it'd be hella people in the crowd, like they'd still just be staring. Like they not they not cheering, no lights out, no nothing. Like they'll come and just be staring like they support though, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. They probably think our sound weak or something. I don't know.
Why would they think you sound weak?
I'm talking about our sound.
Oh,
like
the sound.
The West
The
Coast.
sound. Maybe it was a place of sound.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't got like no real East Coast partners, so I don't know. Like I ain't locked in with like no East Coast street niggas, so I never got they output or nothing. So I can't really speak on it while we ain't popping out here for real. Might have to get on one of them East Coast drill beats.
Shit, you might as well.
Or something, huh?
Might as well. I mean, a lot of people are doing drill beats now that aren't, you know, from
Yeah, I'm
here.
gonna try to get me one in with an East Coast rapper, so it makes sense.
Word. We could definitely talk about that. I'm definitely down to help. A&R.
Appreciate you.
Tino in here too. Tino can help A&R that shit too. Right, Tino? So wait, so you're with Empire?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Why Empire?
I mean, shit. It's either them and you keep your what's that called?
Masters.
Yeah, you keep your masters, or you sign to a label and you don't own shit. You just get your little check, and it's up to you if you make that shit last, and if you're on your businessman shit. Empire ain't trying to own all that. Like, you feel me? They take their percentage, you keep your percentage, and you feel me? That's that. Y'all rocking.
Word. Word. So with the other features on this project, right? Obviously we got Ralphie on it, G Perico. How do you pick your features for the project? How do you kind of figure out who you want to put on the album with you, especially with these guys?
Uh, sometimes I make a song, and whoever I hear in my head, I'll send it to them. I probably hear like 2-3 niggas in my head. I send it to the first nigga first. They get on that shit, and that's how we rock. But shit, sometimes it don't even be my first priority. Like, sometimes, like, you feel me? Who you really want on that bitch, you know, it be ugly. So you gotta get the next nigga for real. But what was I gonna say? How that shit played out. Like, every song I made for real, I heard particular niggas, and I really just sent that shit to them for real. And it was, I'm trying to think if I worked in the studio with Bean and Zay. So that shit was natural. I worked in the studio with Kai September. I think everybody else, I really just sent that shit to them, because I heard their voice on that shit, and they fucked with it. Shout out them boys too.
Shout out them boys.
And Kai.
Well, the album is fire. We about to have
Appreciate
you freestyle here today. By the time y'all see this, it's probably already out.
Yeah.
Before we sign off for the day, let the people know they can follow you. Anything else you want to let them know, now's the time to do it. This camera right over here.
Yes, sir. It's the boy. I just dropped the album, Can't Tame Us. Hottest shit in the world right now. Yeah, make sure y'all stream that shit, man. I'm finna drop some hot shit. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all gotta pay attention to me. I'm finna be on one. I mean that in the humblest way. I'm on that. Yeah, I ain't no backtracks. All step forward. All step forwards on the game.
There you have it, man. The boy on the radar. Can't Tame Us. The album out now. Go stream that. Go look out for the next project, because it's probably coming soon. Until next time, it's on the radar, baby. My guy, appreciate you. Love.